Hello students, welcome to the class. I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Students, today we are going to start a new chapter number 10, measurements. Now in this chapter, if we talk about measurement, so measurement we do in different terms. Whether we measure a distance, whether we measure some mass or we measure some kind of volume. So there are different categories, there are different ways of measuring anything. For example, if you go to the vegetable market and you purchase some goods, that means you purchase some vegetables from there, in which quantity you will measure it? Yes, you will measure it in grams or kg. You will not measure it in meters or kilometers. So in that case only, if you are traveling on a journey, in that case the distance covered by the car or by you will measure that in meters or kilometers. Similarly, if we are purchasing some kind of liquid material, for example water or oil or some other things, in that case we measure those things in liters or kiloliters. Now, why I am saying only about meters and kilometers, gram or kg, liter or kiloliter? Because this is the basic terms, the basic unit of measurement which we use in our everyday life. Now, if we talk about measurement, so measurement is basically on three terms. Very first, we measure length. Secondly, we measure weight. And third, which we measure is capacity. Okay, so these are the three measurement, and we do the conversion also in this three kinds of measurement units only. Very first, if I talk about length, so for all these three, length, weight and capacity, all these three, they have some specific conversions. What is those conversions? Let us discuss about that. You might have understood this concept in your previous class also, but let's take a quick revision of that. So very first, if we talk about length, the biggest unit which we have is kilometers. So 1 kilometer is actually equals to 10 hectometer. 10 hm. This hm is actually hectometer. So 1 kilometer is equals to 10 hectometer. After that, 1 hectometer is equals to 10 decameter. So that is your decameter. After that, 1 decameter is equals to 10 meters. 10 meter. Then 1 meter is in turn is equals to 10 decimeter. It is decimeter. This was decameter. Now it is decimeter. After that, the next conversion is 1 decimeter is in turn equals to 10 centimeter. And then 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeter. So this is actually the conversion table from kilometer to millimeter. So the biggest unit which we commonly use in our daily life is kilometers, and the smallest unit which we use is millimeter. Clear, students? Now this is our conversion unit, but we do not use all these terms in our daily life. In our daily life, the measurement which we commonly use is kilometer, meter, centimeter and millimeter. So these are the four common units which we commonly use. But yes, apart from these four units, we have many other. So what are the basic units? Kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter and millimeter. So these are the basic conversion units and the units in measurement. Similar to this measurement, we have some conversion units in weight and capacity also in the same way. Now here you can see that every time on the left hand side I have taken 1 kilometer, 1 hectometer, 1 decameter, 1 meter. That means unit term is on this side, and on the right hand side every time we have the term in 10 times. That is 1 kilometer is equals to 10 times of hectometer. That means 10 hectometer. Clear, students? Now, if it is being said that you have to do any such conversion, so I have also explained earlier also that whenever we have to convert a bigger unit to a smaller unit, that means if I have to convert kilometers to hectometer or hectometer to decameter or decameter to meter, meter to decimeter or decimeter to centimeter. That means when we are going from top to the bottom, bigger unit to the smaller unit, in that case, every time we multiply the term by 10. So that will be multiplied by 10 at every step. At every step. In reverse of it, if we are converting a smaller unit to the bigger unit, a smaller to the bigger, in that case, every time we divide the term by 10. In that case, it will be division. Clear, students? So, when you are converting bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply by 10. If you are converting a smaller unit to bigger unit, then it will be divided by 10. Now, the point which arises here is how we will come to know whether we have to multiply by 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 or what value. Like I have already told that multiply by 10. But if I have to convert kilometers to meter, is it I will multiply only by 10? No. What you have to check, kilometers is at this step and meter is here. So if I have to reach kilometers to meter, right? So basically if I compare here only, so kilometer to hectometer, 1 of the 10. Hectometer to decameter, 1 of the 10, and decameter to meter, 1 more 10. So how many 10s are there? Multiply by 10, multiply by 10, multiply by 10. That means we will multiply the term 3 times by 10, or you can say multiplied by 1000, because if we multiply 10 into 10 into 10, it will become 1000. So in that case, if I have to convert, suppose 2 kilometers is there and it is said that you have to convert 2 kilometers to meter. So in that case, what I will do, I will multiply 2 with 1000. Why? Because 1 kilometer is actually equals to 1000 meter. How this conversion came up? By this method. 1 kilometer to 1 meter, how many 10s are there? 3 times 10 is there. 3 times 10 means 1000. So when you will multiply it up here, you will get 2000 meter. That means 2 kilometers is equals to 2000 meter. Clear, students? Similarly, if we have to convert a smaller unit to the bigger one, in that case, we have to divide the term. For example, if it is given here that 2300 millimeter, and it is said that you have to convert it into meters. So 2300 millimeter to meters. In that case, what is the relation between millimeter and meter? So millimeter is here and this is our meter. How many steps are there? 1, 2, 3. That means we have to divide the term 3 times by 10 only. So 10, again 10 and again 10. So in that case, we can say in a combined form that divide the term in a combined form by 1000. Why? Because there are 3 times division by 10. So if I merge 10 into 10 into 10, that means dividing by 1000. Once you will divide the term, you will get 2.3 meter. That means 2300 millimeter is actually equals to 2.3 millimeter. So this is how you can do the conversion from bigger unit to smaller and smaller unit to bigger. But the only thing you have to remember is when you are converting higher unit to smaller unit, that means bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply by 100, and smaller unit to bigger unit, then it will be divided by 100. I hope this concept of conversion in terms of length is clear to all of you. Let's move to the next part in which you have to convert. That means we will discuss about the table of conversion of related to weight. So in that case, the terms will be almost same, right? So here it was kilometer, now it will become kilogram. Here it is hectometer, now it will become hectogram. right? So let's write the conversion unit. 1 kg or kilogram is equals to 10 hectogram. Similarly, 1 hectogram is equals to 10 decagram. 1 decagram is equals to 10 gram. Now here it was meter, now it becomes gram in terms of weight. Then 1 gram is equals to 10 decigram. 1 decigram is equals to 10 centigram. And the last 1 centigram is equals to 10 milligram. So this is the conversion table in case of weight when we are measuring the mass of some objects, whether it is vegetable, whether it is human body weight. So in that case, we measure it. The common units which we use here is kilogram, gram and milligram. These are the three common units which we use in terms of measurement of weight. Kilogram, gram and milligram. Clear, students? Now, the rule for conversion of kilograms, that means higher unit to smaller unit, is same like as we have done in lengths. That means when we are moving in the downward direction, that means from the higher unit to the smaller unit, it will be every time multiply by 10. And when you are moving from smaller unit to higher unit, bigger unit, in that case, it will be every time divide by 10. Please remember this rule, this concept very carefully and remember it always because it will help you out to do the conversions. Clear, students? So this is all about conversion in terms of weight also. So just like as I have taken some examples in case of length, similarly you can do the conversion in case of weight. We will discuss some questions later on from your book exercise. Now let's move to the last part, and that is the conversion in terms of capacity. That means volume. So if we talk about the conversion in terms of capacity, then it will be the very first term, the biggest unit in capacity is kiloliter. Here it was kilometer, then it becomes kilogram and now it becomes kiloliter. So 1 kiloliter is actually equals to 10 hectoliter. Then 1 hectoliter is in turn equals to 10 decaliter. 1 decaliter is equals to 10 liters. So here it was gram, now it becomes liter. Then the next conversion, 1 liter is equals to 10 deciliter. 1 deciliter is equals to 10 centiliter and 1 centiliter is equals to 10 milliliter. So this is the conversion in terms of capacity. Whenever, once again, this process is same. When we are converting a bigger unit to smaller, multiply by 10. And when we are converting a smaller unit to bigger, then it will be divide by 10 in every step. Divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10 and divide by 10. Like this. Clear, students? So I hope this conversion of length, weight and capacity and the metric table is clear to all of you. Let's move forward with some of the book exercise questions for the better understanding of this concept. So students, now let's check out these questions from your book exercise, and the first question says express 17.5 meter in decimeter, centimeter, millimeter, decameter, hectometer and kilometers. So there is a term, there is a measurement given to us in meters, and we have to express this in different units, different conversion units. So now if we have to do the conversion here, so very first I will take the term which is given to us, the number which is given to us is 17.5 meter. This is the given value in the question. Very first we have to convert it into decimeter. So for that I would like to write the conversion units shortly here for better understanding. So 1 kilometer is equals to 10 hectometer, 1 hectometer is equals to 10 decameter, 1 decameter is equals to 10 meters, 1 meter is equals to 10 decimeter. 1 decimeter is equals to 10 centimeter and 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeter. So this is our conversion table. Now we will take help from this conversion table to do the conversions. So very first, in the first part, you have to do the conversion 17.5 meter to decimeter. And I request you all to do the solution in the same manner in your notebook also. So the first part, conversion of 17.5 meter into decimeter. Now here is the meter and this is decimeter. So what is the conversion unit here? What is the relation here between 1 meter and decimeter? 10. 1 meter is equals to 10 decimeter. So in that case, we can write that since we have to convert a bigger unit to the smaller one, because meter is a bigger unit which is given to us and we have to convert it into smaller unit. So we are going to multiply it by 10. When you will do the multiplication, you'll get 175 because one of the decimal place value will get vanished. So 175 decimeter. It means 17.5 meter is actually equals to 175 decimeter. This is your first part done. Now coming to the second part, in which you have to convert 17.5 meter to centimeter. Now meter to centimeter, that means 10 multiplied by 10. So now here 1 centimeter is actually equals to 100 centimeters. So we are going to multiply 17.5 with 100. Why I am multiplying? Because we are converting a bigger unit to the smaller one. So let's multiply the term here. 17.5 multiplied by 100. So that will be 1750 centimeter. So this is our second part done. Similarly, in the third part, where you have to convert it into millimeters. So 17.5 meter to millimeter. Now meters to millimeter. So that will be 10, 10, 10. 3 times 10. That means now we are going to multiply it by 1000. 3 times 10 means 1000. When you will multiply the term here, so it will be 17500 millimeter. So we are done with 3 of the conversions. 17.5 meter in decimeter is 175 decimeter. 17.5 meter in centimeter is 1750 centimeter. Similarly, 17.5 meter in millimeter is 17,500 millimeter. So we are done with 3 conversions. Let's move to the fourth part. I'll be doing the fourth part here. Now we have to convert 17.5 meter to decameter. Now you have to convert it into decameter. So now we have to reach from meter to decameter. So since we have to convert meter to decameter, that means it is smaller unit to the bigger unit. And if it is smaller unit to bigger unit and only one step is there, it will be divide by 10. So that will be 17.5 divided by 10. Now when you will divide this term by 10, you will get 1.75 decameter, because your decimal will shift towards the left hand side one more step, because there is only 1 0 in the denominator. Clear, students? Moving to the next part, in which you have to do the conversion to hectometer. So 17.5 meter to hectometer. Now if you have to convert this into hectometer, so the conversion will be meter to hectometer. That means there will be one more step. So we will be dividing it by 2 times of 10, because there are 2 steps. So 2 times 10 means divided by 100. So dividing it by 100, 17.5 divided by 100. Since there are 2 zeros, decimal will take 2 jumps. So that will be equals to 0.175 hectometer. Clear, students? So this is your fifth part, that means conversion to hectometer. Now coming to the last part, sixth one, in which we have to convert 17.5 meters to kilometer. So now conversion of meter to kilometer, and that will be one more step ahead. So now by which value we are going to divide? Yes, now we will divide by 1000. When you will divide it by 1000, you'll get 0.0175 kilometers. Since there are 3 zeros, that means decimal will take 3 jumps towards the left hand side. So that will be 0.0175 kilometers. So I hope this conversion of one unit to another is clear to all of you. This solution must be clear in your mind. Let's move to the second part. Now in the second part, it is being said that from the sum of 89.02 meter and 10,337 centimeter, subtract the sum of 832 decimeter and 41.858 meters. So now here we have to basically do two operations, addition and subtraction to the different units. But the problem here which we are facing up that two of the units are in meters and one of the unit is in centimeter and second one is in the centimeter. That means the main problem which we are seeing here is that the values given to us are in different units. Some are in meter, some in centimeter, and some of the value is in decimeter. So very first to do the operation of addition or subtraction, the first thing which is required is to convert all the values into the same unit. So very first I'll be converting all the values into same unit. So very first we have to do the sum of 89.02 meter and 10,337 centimeter. So I would like to convert all the values into meters. So this value will be same 89.02 meter. To convert the second value, that is centimeters to meter. So now centimeter to meter. So here is our centimeter and this is our meter. There are two steps. Two steps means 2 times dividing by 100. So that will be 10337 divided by 100. When you will do the conversion, decimal after 2 places, so it will become 103.37 meter. So now both the values whose sum we have to calculate is in meter. So let us calculate the sum of these two values now. So adding these two values, I will be writing 103.37 meter and 89.02 meter. Let's add up the value here. Meters, 7 plus 2, 9. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 9, 12. 1 carry. 8 plus 1, 9 and 1. So the sum of these two values is 192.39 meter. Clear, students? Coming to the second part. The second half, in which again you have to find the sum of 832 decimeter and 41.58 meter. Now, one of the value is in decimeter, the second value is in meter. As in the previous method, that means in the previous half of the question, we have converted the centimeters to meters. So here I will be converting decimeter to meters. So for decimeter to meter, that means there will be one step ahead and smaller to the bigger unit. So it will be again divide by 10 now. Since there is only one step, so we will be dividing it by 10. So 832 divided by 10 will give you 83.2 meters. And the second value is same, which is 41.58 meter. So conversion is done. Now it's time to add the value. So let's add the value now. 83.2 and 41.58. The blank space I am filling it by 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 2, 7. Decimal. 3 plus 1, 4. 8 plus 4, 12. And that will be in meters. Till now we have done the sum of first two values and the sum of next two values. Now according to question, it is said that from the sum of first two values, subtract the sum of next two values. That means we have to subtract the second value from the first one. So now it's time to subtract. Now subtract 124.78 meter from 192.39 meter. Now it's time to subtract the value. So let's do the subtraction. Let's perform the subtraction part here. So 192.39 minus 124.78 meter and meter. Let's do the subtraction. 9 minus 8 is 1. 3, we cannot subtract 7 from 3, so let's take a borrow. 3 will become 13, 2 will become 1. 13 minus 7 will give you 6. Then the decimal. Once again, we cannot subtract 4 from 1, so let's take a borrow. This will become 8 and this one, 1 will become 11. 11 minus 4, 7. 8 minus 2, 6. 1 minus 1, 0. So that means the final answer is 67.61 meter. So this is your final answer for the question given to us, in which we have firstly added the two terms, then added the next two values and subtracted the first value and the second one. So I hope the conversion units, that means the conversion table related to length, mass and capacity is clear to all of you, and similarly the two questions which we have discussed is also clear in your mind. Related to this, there are few more questions in your book exercise. Kindly go ahead and complete your exercise in your notebook. Thank you for the lesson, students. Have a nice day.